Hello. So here is what I call the Barrow. Other people call the tumulus on Hampstead Heath. It's not far from the top of Parliament Hill, probably more over to the east side, I guess, and somewhat towards the south of the heath. The shape of it indicates a Bronze Age bell barrow. Bell barrow indicating the age as being Bronze Age, which would make it a good sort of 3,000 years old, but there doesn't seem to be a strong consensus from historians about it actually genuinely being that old. William Stukeley, depending on how you pronounce that, produced what are probably the oldest records of the Barrow in the 1700s, in the 1800s, 1700s, 18th century. And prior to that, there are really no records of it. So, there is the chance that it's just a folly of one of the country estates that were here at that time. They're close to Kenwood, but if I remember, there was some other country estate back then. I forget the name of it. I don't know. Today it's all fenced off, which is a bit over the top in my opinion, considering it may or may not actually be of that level of antiquity. And if you go on a walk to Wiltshire, as I did the other day, go to someone like Fifield Down, there are long barrows, bell barrows all over the place that are not fenced off, and it seems a little bit unnecessarily precious, just on the basis that it's in London and there's so few other things of antiquity around here to fence it all off. Maybe the fence is here more because of the flora inside. Hard to imagine that it's that unique compared to the rest of Hampstead Heath. So there's the gateway with its padlock on it and its no entry sign. Can't go in there. But yeah, stepped into a bit of a pothole there. Who knows? It may or may not be genuinely ancient. Quite possibly not, if there are no records of its existence prior to 1720. But it is still, it's still a beautiful spot on the heath. It's crowned, if that's the right word, with Scotch pines, I don't know how you call them, pine trees, the Scottish type of pine trees, and they do seem to be an indicator of burial mounds historically. Often find these on barrows, tumuli around the country. I think over here we have some oak, maybe, but the trees in the middle, Scots pine, and it's surrounded by benches. It makes a lovely spot to sit on the heath You know, today obviously it's a bit grey and rainy. Maybe doesn't have quite the same effect. But on a normal day you get an interesting view. Don't know if it's necessarily the most beautiful view of, I suppose this is sort of looking towards East London. It's not a classic view from Hampstead Heath, but it's a pleasant view. Although, of course, today with the grey and the rain and the dreariness, you can't really see anything. But of an evening, if you look in this direction over here, which is, you know, vaguely towards the west-ish, you get to see a bit of the sunset, at least. So there you go. That's the Barrow, Hampstead Heath. May or may not be ancient, who knows? But either way, it's a lovely spot to come and sit and have a glass of wine.